Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we got Kyle in the booth. Say hi, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
He's going to be taking your questions and comments. Make sure you tag at SCG Tour in the chat. He will be sending his favorite questions over to us. As always, we are brought to you by Star City Games and Carnox Chairs. Make sure you head over to carnox.com/SCG where you can check out one of these. Maybe pick one up for yourself because they are nice.
They are so nice. They are so nice. It's amazing that they have so many of these chairs at the SCG Tour. Just loaded in the feature match area. Give one to us.
We've been asking for a while. We're going on a long, term plan here.
Yeah,
so it's wearing down their resistance. Eventually, they'll give in.
Exactly.
It might take years.
If they keep asking that as their question in the comments, just say, "When will Ross and Corey get a chair?"
Yeah.
I think that would work eventually, right?
Yeah. Make sure you tag at Cedric Phillips on Twitter and let him know. Anyone you can to help us out, we would greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
We are going to be playing some Magic here today. We've got a team open coming up this weekend in Philadelphia, so we're going to be bringing all three formats for that team open to you: Legacy, Modern, and Standard in that order. We're going to, just like we do at the team events, Legacy is seat A.
Yep.
So we're going to be starting with that, a format that neither of us feels particularly comfortable with. I usually just let Tannen handle that.
Yeah.
He sits to my left or my right, depending on which side of the table we're on, and he just does his thing and wins like 80% of the time. So I don't have to worry about it.
That sounds nice.
So I just took, the deck that I assume Tannen is playing this weekend, although he tends to fret about it for a long time, and then just play the Delver deck. That's how Tannen works.
Seems smart. Seems smart.
Ross,
yeah.
Where's your mic pack?
It's over here.
Can you put it on the table? I think you're leaning on it. It's making it dip in and out a little bit.
Okay.
All right, let's try that.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have not played much Legacy either. This is going to be my debut SCG, and believe it or not, I have not went to many Grand Prix or Pro Tours where there was Legacy involved. PT25 was the last event where I was even somewhat close to a Legacy tournament, so this is kind of my pet deck. This is what I played around them to help the team test, and It's just too much fun. I love a deck that's just full of answers, full of seeing your hand, and just trying to drown you in card advantage.
Yes, Corey's going to be playing Grixis Control. We got some Bilfos Strixis, Snapcaster Mages, and Planeswalkers as sources of the card advantage. Going all the way to playing a Nicol Bolas Dragon God.
Oh, yeah.
Not a card I thought I would see in Legacy.
Not a card I thought I would see either. I checked out and I saw a 6-1 list that had it in there. I was like, well, it cannot be bad, and it for sure is going to be sweet. So.
Yes, and the Delver deck I'm going to be playing is a 4-color list. This has gotten popular recently. We've seen Temur reemerge because of the power of Wrenn and 6, and that card, Wrenn and 6, is so difficult to answer much of the time that we're now seeing a push towards a small black splash to make it 4 colors, so you get Abrupt Decay, a card that answers both Wrenn and 6 and Tarmogoyf. Because of the rise of Temur, Tarmogoyf is also coming back. So
yeah,
just a touch. We got some black cards on the sideboard. Plague Engineer is a really nice one because you can name Merfolk and shut down your opponent's True Name Nemesis and still have a 2/2 Death Touch left over.
Yeah, that seems great.
Yeah, so we're seeing some Plague Engineers here. We got some discard spells on the sideboard. A lot of different options that you've seen in various Delver decks, but I don't think we've really seen a true 4-color list.
Yeah,
we had Grixis Delver that played its one tropical island for Deathrite Shaman for many years.
Sure,
they didn't really play any green cards.
Yeah, it was just for the power of that. I mean, it seems kind of weird to me, but Wrenn and 6 feels like the best blue card in Legacy. Even though it is a green-red Planeswalker, it just kind of does everything that a blue card should. Card advantage and gets to pick off some creatures and stuff too. I think it really does it all here.
Yeah, it's very, very good against a deck like Death and Taxes. I think the card's going to make Death and Taxes a lot less tenable as just a deck.
Yep.
It picks off a lot of their things, in particular Thalia. If you get your Wrenn and 6 down, your Thalias are really bad.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing even that kind of shift in Modern. Like, we're seeing a lot of Jund-based Wrenn and 6 decks, and then with that happening, we're seeing humans just like plummet. Human used to be the #1 played deck for the majority of last season, but now with Wrenn and 6, like, it's lucky to make the second page on MTG Goldfish as maybe the 6th most played deck or something like that.
And when Jund first returned, because Bloodbraid Elf was unbanned, the Hive Mind thought that Jund was going to be favored against humans. You've got cheap removal, you've got Tarmogoyfs and other big creatures to put in the way. But it ended up being that the humans deck was so redundant against discard, was able to get underneath Jund pretty consistently and just make their slightly higher curve that much more awkward and usually close out the game before the Jund deck could stabilize. And a lot of that was Thalia. Thalia making their removal worse, making their Bloodbraid Elves worse. You couldn't really tap out confidently for your Bloodbraid Elf. And now having this clean answer to Thalia, sometimes you have to pay 3 mana for it, but then you still got to have a Ren and 6 left around. If you get your Ren down on the play, their Thalia is embarrassing.
Exactly. And then you just can't play Noble Hierarchs anymore. And not even that. Like, the matchup, like you said, was really close before, but now with Ren and 6 and Plague Engineer. Like, Plague Engineer out of the sideboard of that is just making humans kind of embarrassing. I shouldn't say that because we are playing humans for our second match, but I think that match is still very close between Phoenix and humans, so I think that should be a good one. But if we paired it against Jund, I don't think it would be the same.
No, that's one of the reasons that Jund has returned, is having a good matchup there. But we're going to be focusing here on Legacy. Ren 6, returning our fetch lands, and hopefully pinging down some Baleful Strixes. That's a really nice dynamic in this matchup, being able to deal with those Strixes cleanly. Because normally they were just an easy 2-for-1, unless you were able to land a Daze or maybe a Red Elemental Blast post board while it was on the stack. And when you're playing Tarmogoyfs, then it becomes difficult to attack into them. You're trading 2 premium cards usually, either Tarmogoyf and they get a free card, or one of your removal spells and they get a free card. And that you don't really want to have a lot of removal in this matchup because your targets for it aren't good. Now you have this removal stapled onto a piece of card advantage. That's perfect. So Ren and 6 should definitely help out in this matchup from the Delver side. I still have some of my aggressive elements, still have that good disruption, Daze and Wasteland. You do have some basics to help against Wasteland, but as a 3-color deck, it might be awkward to fetch your basics early. We'll see how the hands play out.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, Grixis control usually had such an advantage because every other deck had so much removal that was dead. But like you said, now that you can have Ren and 6, that also helps fix your mana base and get you card advantage for, like, when I Hymn to Turok you can just discard lands you're bringing back and be able to kill something instead of just straight dead cards, maybe like Abrupt Decay. Like, Abrupt Decay is not super dead, but it's not great. Just Abrupt Decaying a Baleful Strix feels bad, but Ren and 6ing a Baleful Strix is going to be quite relevant. So.
Okay, well, let's get to the match here and get some games in. Now, you were not playing for any marbles on Tuesday because I had defeated Todd previously. But that means I have the marbles behind me today.
This is my first shot at the title.
Yes, your first shot. But it also means you get to play first.
Oh, no matter what?
Yeah, because I have the marbles.
You would think that if you have the marbles, you would get to play first.
No, we give a...
I won't argue about your marble philosophy here on the versus live series. So, all right, let's do this. Good luck.
This is a long and storied tradition.
It is.
We definitely didn't start this in January.
Okay.
It has been going on for hundreds of years.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I did see that old picture of you, so it looks like if that's when you started it.
Yes. These marbles were hand blown by master craftsmen.
All right.
And passed down for generations.
Are you done making marble jokes?
No.
Okay,
we can play while I continue coming up with more.
All right, your turn. My hand's pretty strong here.
Perhaps I'm losing my marbles. I also have a reasonable hand. We'll start on a preordained to set up our draws.
Okay, that resolves.
And what we got? I like both of these cards.
Oh, lucky.
Let's make sure we draw this one first and pass the turn.
Okay, I'm going to go to 19.
Perfect.
I'm going to get an Underground Sea. Underground Sea is the best card, or the best land in this matchup. You still need red, of course, but blue and black is definitely the good core of the deck. Then we're going to do an end-step Brainstorm.
Sure.
Okay. All right, we're going to draw 3. Now, I think I want to... because one of these cards is going to go away with me sacking a fetch land next turn, so I think what I want to do is get rid of this Culligan's command here. It's not super relevant right now. Yeah, we're going to go like this, put these back like this. On top?
Yep.
Okay. Now I have options. If I want to if we want to take a peek at my hand real quick, if we want to try to cast this, but we might run into Daze here, or we just play it a little bit safer and cast a Thoughtseize here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So we'll Thoughtseize you.
I don't think I should be force willing this, so we'll just let it resolve.
Okay. All right, so Goyf is the only threat, and Goyf is a little tough for me to deal with right now, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be it. Preordain kept another card on top, so likely that Ross has another gasser on top, but I think we're just going to take the Goyf.
Okay. That'll bring you to 17.
17 life, and then I will pass it to you.
Okay. So now... how am I going to do this? Think I will just start on this brainstorm.
Okay.
My hand has a pretty high number of lands. I want to dig for maybe a threat this turn, but I also want to leave a blue card in my hand for force, and I'd rather resolve the brainstorm and pitch the ponder if it comes to that. So we'll draw 3, and we will be sad.
We will be sad.
It's not a great set of cards.
Makes me happy.
So let's put those 2 back.
Okay.
And definitely fetch them away immediately. So
Okay.
I'll go to 19.
All right, 19 to 17.
I will get a volcanic island.
Okay.
You got how many cards over there?
I have 5.
5 cards.
5 cards. All of them great.
So you say. We're going to cast this ponder here. Definitely need to find a threat. You know, eventually Corey's deck is going to overwhelm me with card advantage, so the onus is on me to apply pressure.
Okay.
Ponder's good. And I like these cards, so let's draw this one first.
All right.
And pass the turn.
All right, I'm going to go to 16. Fetch away the top card. I did not want to draw a Culligan's Command since I don't really have any value for it at the moment. So I believe we're going to get this Underground Sea. Yep. All right, let's shuffle this up. All right. Untap here. All right, not the best draw there. So I know we have a force. I guess I don't know for sure that there's anything in the hand with Brainstorm here. We're going to go Delta and Himu. Either force Ross to just get 2 random cards, spin the dice, or pick 2 cards.
Let's pick the blue cards.
All right.
I'll go to 18, force pitch ponder.
All right. And then I'll pass it back to you.
So now you have 3 in hand?
4 cards.
4 in hand. I'm definitely playing my threat, and then I'm not sure how I want to use this wasteland.
Hit the Delta.
Yeah. You know, I could set Corey back a land, but I'm not sure how much that is going to do.
I have a Nicol Bolas in my deck. It's gonna do
Yeah.
everything.
I just have the 1 threat. There's a good chance you have a removal spell for it. The wasteland, timing my wasteland better could mean I cut you off a color. The only real problem is if you have a Jace. But if you have a Jace and you're not going to be able to, you're either going to have to expose this land on end step to remove the Dreadhorde Arcanist, or you're going to have to tap out for it. So I'll just play the Arcanist,
Okay.
see if this resolves.
It resolves.
And then I'm just going to pass the turn. I don't think the tempo I gain from this wasteland is worth more than trying to cut Corey off a color.
It's reasonable. Reasonable to me. Now, I definitely have options here. I can either brainstorm.
5 different lands you can play.
Yeah. I could start off with a brainstorm and try to find an answer to this Arcanist. Or I can go for the higher upside play here of a Narset. And then still trying to find an answer. Narset actually does look at an extra card here to try to find like a Fatal Push or a Lightning Bolt. So I think we're going to do that. Narset?
Resolves.
All right. We're going to activate.
Yep.
All right. Just what the doctor ordered here. We're going to get a Fatal Push. And now the question is try to play around a Daze. I don't think I want to. So we're going to sack here to 15.
Yep.
I didn't see one before. Of course, could have had one, but maybe Daze was not super valuable, so maybe you would have kept it back. I'll attempt a Fatal Push.
Results.
Hooray! All right, and then it's going to be your turn. Now, I did expose my red mana here to Wasteland, which is a bit of a problem, but not much I could do here.
Volt and Narset.
Okay.
Waste your red mana.
Okay.
Play a turn and pass the turn.
All right. Well, untap. That was a great draw. I think we're going to want to start with this. It's so weird that Baleful Strix, a 2-mana 1/1, is just like a bomb in Legacy, you know? All right. So now we're going to play this Delta and ponder.
Sure.
Okay. Whoa. These are some magic cards. I think I like all three of these, so we're definitely going to keep. It's just which order. Let's take a quick fan out of our graveyard here. All right. I think we're going to go like this. Keep that on top. Draw. And then we'll pass it back to you.
Need some good ones here. That does not count.
Yay. I mean, dang it.
Pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Looks like we get to get the beats going. So I know the other card. So we are going to attack.
17.
All right. We will go with a Narset.
Resolves.
Activate. I know we're going to hit it. Oops. Now I got an option here. I can choose between Ponder or Spell Pierce. We kind of already have a Ponder-esque ability in our hand. Spell Pierce also just doesn't feel very good. Any kind of interaction is either Abrupt Decay that I can't counter, or just a 1-mana spell that Ross can easily pay for. So we'll go with a Ponder.
I agree.
All right, and we're gonna crack.
Brings you to 14.
14. I'm okay running into a Daze here, even though you may have had it for a while, because my hand is quite good, and it's not a game breaker if this gets Dazed here, so we'll go with a Ponder.
Sure.
All right. Set up my future turns here. Pretty reasonable. I think we'll keep all of them, or we'll keep this one, not shuffle it away. Draw, pass to you.
On your end step, I'll fetch to go to 16.
Okay.
I'm going to get a Trop and decay the Narset.
Okay. And we saw that right away, assuming that was still in the hand, but with you brainstorming, there was a chance that it wasn't there, but I think you have to keep some removal. And you had a land-heavy hand, so I had to assume that you just had to put some lands back.
Wise assumption.
Wise.
Got five in hand over there, or 4?
4.
Yeah. Game is slipping away from us here, but we're not entirely out of it.
Yeah, there's definitely some cards I'm very afraid of here. True Name Nemesis being one of them. That card's just terrifying in all regards. It's just protection from a player? What? Card's just so powerful.
I'm used to putting Progenitus onto the battlefield.
Okay. I'm used to casting fair creatures in the world of Standard. But...
yeah. Play Delver.
Okay.
I will play a Scalding Tarn and pass.
Okay. All right. So you got one card, huh?
Yep.
I think I want to start with a Brainstorm.
Sure.
Wow. All right. We are going to go like this. Yeah, we'll put these there. Cast a Baleful Strix.
Sure.
All right. And then I think I am going to Brainstorm again.
Sure.
All right. Put 2 cards back. No Sackland or anything to actually manipulate our deck here. Not that we truly care. All right. We're going to put both of these back. And then play a land and say go.
Okay, upkeep will trigger our Delver.
Yep.
And reveal a Brainstorm.
All right, that's not bad.
And I will cast it with this Underground Sea.
I think I'm actually going to force this.
It's going to bring you to 13?
Yep.
Okay, happy to get a Force and a Strix out of Corey's hand and then pass the turn.
All right.
No reason to trade this Aberration.
I just have so many cards right now that I think I can afford to put you on the back foot a little bit. Maybe that's a little aggressive, but
15.
all right, 15 to 13. Let's see here. I think we'll just pass back to you. Take it nice and slow.
Okay, Ponder.
Ponder resolves.
How slow can we take it? Because I have to assume Corey has another Force here, especially because he's leaving 5 mana up and just hard cast it. And if that's the case, maybe I can afford to play this super slow. That is... Yeah, I really do just think there's a Force there, so let's draw this card, and then play a land and pass.
Okay. End step. Snapcaster.
Sure.
I will brainstorm.
Okay.
All right, draw 3. I'm going to put these back like this, and then bolt here.
Yep.
Untap. All right, you have 1 card?
Yeah.
All right, so pretty likelihood that this is going to resolve. Actually, I don't think there's a way it won't.
Go to 11.
We're going to go land Jace.
Yep.
All right, so I want to get this out of lightning bolt range. So I am going to... I know what's on top of my library, so I'm going to target you. And you're at 8, you said?
11.
Or 11, okay.
Where do you want this Ponder to go?
Let's put that on bottom. Your turn.
1 card in hand?
1 card.
I guess you didn't really have a Force, but...
Still could be a Force.
This unfortunately is no longer very good.
Oh, Jace. We had good days in Standard.
Yeah.
Remember when this card had with Lotus Cobra and the Frost Titan? Oh, that was probably my favorite deck.
I guess we'll play our Ren in 6.
Okay. Pretty strong.
I will kill a Baleful Strix.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Now I want to start brainstorming. Okay. Our hand is 100% gasoline. I will put these back like this. I only wanted to actually get rid of 1 card in my hand. So before I sack, I'm going to play a Baleful Strix. All right, draw. Now I don't want the other card here. 1 card. Okay, so we'll attack Ren and you.
I'm at 10.
Okay. Then we will sack. I'll go to 12.
Yep.
All right. Was actually the card on top we wanted. Actually, I better get another red source. Just in case you have a wasteland for volcanic. That would look a little silly on my part. All right. So then I think I am going to just pass the turn.
Okay, I am very dead.
All right.
Bunch of irrelevant cards.
Yep.
I guess I should have played the Ren a turn earlier, but I don't think that's going to change anything.
I don't think so, because you just kill a creature a turn earlier.
Yeah.
It definitely would have resolved, but yeah, that was my hand at the end there. It's just like
Sure.
I have so much, just an endless supply of card with getting back Strixes and Snapcasters, and then the Jace was A beautiful draw
Yeah.
doesn't seem like it's very easy for you to answer when you have one card in hand.
Yeah,
With 6 mana anyways, yeah.
the Thoughtseize taking my my Tarmogoyf was pretty key there. Just stopped that early. That first threat gave you more time to set up than I had to dig for a threat. I just never really was able to establish any sort of pressure. So
I think that's basically the key for people that are new to Legacy is just look at your opponent's hand and look at it often, because that's how I wanted to play here. It seems like this wouldn't be a good entry level deck, a Grixis control deck, but it's surprisingly easier than some of the other decks where you have to try to play around everything.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to take a short break here while we get sideboards set up, and then we'll come back and finish our legacy match of Grixis Control against 4-Color Delver. And welcome back here to sideboarding for 4-Color Delver against Grixis Control. On my side, pretty straightforward. Our removal is the worst cards in our deck. So we're cutting our Bolts and Abrupt Decays. We're bringing in some Red Elemental Blasts, which not only function to remove the Planeswalkers and Baleful Strixes from the battlefield, which is basically what Bolt was doing, but are just much more versatile in the matchup, countering certain things. And then we've got a couple Winter Orbs to help slow down Corey's mana development. Should be excellent here. You do generate a lot of card advantage, but you spend a lot of mana to do it with Snapcaster Mages and Kolaghan's Commands and Planeswalkers. Whereas I spend relatively little, so Winter Orb is going to be great. Help our Dazes stay relevant late into the game. And then one copy of Sylvan Library to provide some extra card advantage here. I'm a little worried specifically about the single copy of Plague Engineer in Corey's sideboard, but I'm not sure how many horrible removal spells I can leave in just to do it with this one card. We'll just have to be careful when we have a draw that's filled with a bunch of Dreadhorde Arcanists and True Name Nemesis to hopefully save a Force Will for that one.
Sounds about right. I am taking out Force of Wills here because I don't want to be card disadvantaging myself. I'd rather just be answering your threats on a 1-for-1 basis instead of 2-for-1ing myself. And then initially, my thought is I need to find an answer for True Name Nemesis, so I'm bringing in these 4 as well with the Rampages the Angrass Rampage I already have in the deck to answer it. That card just terrifies me. Just not being able to answer it is just something I don't want to do. Taking out Nicol Bolas, I know, how dare I, but it's just a little too expensive. Spell Pierce isn't very relevant. Trimming on Kolaghan's Commands because in these early turns of the game it's not very relevant. And then bringing in some Blasts as well, and Blood Moon since Ross doesn't have any basics here, and trimming a couple Thoughtseizes. We'll see.
You're also going to be fetching your basics pretty aggressively to just play around Wasteland.
Exactly.
And now that helps your Blood Moon. So you go Island Swamp as your start, and then you fetch for a non-basic that makes red, play your Blood Moon. You can generally play all your spells off of that, blue, black, red. Maybe Snapcaster gets a little awkward because you really want the second island, but that's about it. And it just almost completely shuts me down. I get to play some Dreadhorde Arcanists and Rebs.
No, it seems like it could help. I feel like I might have a little bit of problems without Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is one I'm not really sure of if I want to be taking out because it was excellent in game 1, but we're going to try it like this. Maybe if it doesn't work and I need a little bit more disruption, they'll be coming back in for the third game.
This is not a card that functions well when you fall behind, and those are the games that you lose when I'm getting ahead early, so
exactly.
I usually don't want to have that much discard in my deck against Delver.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. Got any questions over there, Kyle?
We had some discussion about one of the lines of play from the last game, and obviously I didn't want to interrupt. So when you had the Narset out, was there an argument where you could have just not ticked down because you were already ahead on cards?
So if I don't tick down and then I get Abrupt Decay, it just feels so bad, because then I don't. If I get an Abrupt Decay, I'm still essentially 2-for-1ing you, and I think that's a fine exchange. Sure, I'm leaving myself vulnerable to Lightning Bolt, but Lightning Bolt was going to be okay anyways. So basically, the reason I activated was to play around Abrupt Decay instead of playing into Lightning Bolt.
And as he noted in the game, I had shown an Abrupt Decay off the early Thoughtseize as well as a mana heavy hand, so it's likely post Brainstorm I still have that decay.
Exactly.
And I didn't use it to kill the first Narset. I bolted that one. And so the decay is still probably sitting around there for the second.
But it is not as cut and dry as just play Narset activated, and it is good to be thinking about that, because even in Standard, it was very common thing to, against Izzet Phoenix, just play Narset and never touch it. And it was just the better play. But here, with Ross having actual ways to just remove it instead of deal damage to it, it's almost always correct to activate it first to get some value out of it.
It's possible I need to leave in some decays to help against Narset too. Could also help against Blood Moon.
Could be. Now that you told me that you don't have any in, I'm not touching that Narset.
I'm supposed to leave in the decays.
We have any other questions? Take one more before? Or?
Not at the moment. That was actually about 10 minutes ago.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, if anybody has any other questions regarding Legacy, Life, the SCG Open this weekend, Barcelona, mostly the chairs, feel free to send them in and tag SCG.
Okay, I'm going to be on the play here for game 2.
Let's do it. Good luck.
You too. And... this is a reasonable hand. Let's keep it.
Mine is not reasonable. I'll be testing out the London Mulligan. Okay. Even one land, and I was happy to keep that because I had the Angrass Rampage in case True Name Nemesis. Plus, it just answers everything of yours. Yeah. Angrass Rampage is really good against you.
A card that in Legacy I think we'll see a lot of play now, especially now that Ren 6 is in the format, because it'll answer the creatures out of these Delver decks, it'll answer the Ren 6, it'll answer True Name Nemesis, it'll answer Chalice of the Void against Chalice decks, so very versatile card there.
Okay, I'm going to keep this. Now, what do I want to put back? I think I'm safe putting back one of the lands, but now it's just, do I want to play around Wasteland or not, which I probably should. So maybe, actually, let's just put this card. This card's expensive and it's not very good in our hand. So Kolaghan's Command to the bottom. Let's do it.
I will start on a Ponder.
Okay.
And I do not think this is a good Ponder. Even with a fetch land next turn, none of these are particularly appealing. So
okay.
Let's shuffle that one away. I'm not going to do anything else, so you can go.
Okay. All right, so that was an interesting draw. That might change my line of play here. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I was just going to Ponder right away, but with drawing this, if we take a peek at my hand, I want to have the chance to cast that, so I'll pass it to you. Plus, this still plays around Wasteland pretty nicely.
Okay, let's crack fetch and get a Trop and play a Tarmogoyf.
All right. So then we are going to sacrifice here.
Does the Tarmogoyf resolve it?
It resolves, yep.
Okay. Tropical Island, there you are.
Okay.
So we're both at 19.
All right, I'm going to Brainstorm at end step.
Yep, that'll turn Tarmogoyf into a 3/4.
Okay.
Back to back, end of turn 1 Brainstorm.
Resolves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Corey is a Legacy Maverick.
Legacy Maverick. Okay, so this card's not great right now, so we're going to put that back and put this back. And we didn't hit the land we wanted to here, so not hyped about it, but we still hopefully can deal with this Tarmogoyf next turn. All right, we'll untap and I'll Angrass Rampage you. I'll choose creature. Your turn.
Sure. Wise choice.
Thanks. Legacy is fun. It's hard, but it's fun.
Agreed. I think I need to slow down at this point, though.
The fairy's coming?
Maybe I can...
Let's slow things down.
You got 5 over there?
I got 5, yep. My hand's pretty good.
Yeah, let's preordain.
Okay. That resolves.
Interesting. I don't really want to draw this card. I really don't want to draw this one, but...
Well, thank God you're scrying.
Yeah, it makes the other one better. Oh, where's Tannen when you need him? Okay, I think I'm gonna take a somewhat.
Would you like to phone a friend?
Risky line here. Let's draw this one, and then I will ponder.
Okay, that resolves.
Well. Then I will draw this one.
Okay.
Play a Scalding Tarn and pass the turn.
All right. Untap, draw, Did not want this card the first time, but unfortunately it's here. I'm going to start with the Ponder.
Sure.
Okay. The top 3. All right, these cards are not bad. Think. All right, we're going to keep it like this because I want to draw this swamp here. And we'll him ya.
I will fetch for a volcanic and pierce that.
Okay. So you go to 18. This has been pierced.
I would have liked to draw the top cards, but I cannot let that him resolve.
Yeah. And that's why I wanted to do it now, because I knew he liked the Ponder. So forces, I mean, you could have dazed me, which would have been probably the worst case scenario, but I still think it was worth it here.
Yeah. You have 4 in hand right now?
4 in hand, yep.
Okay. Go to my turn.
All right.
And that's an interesting one. I will. What will I do?
Decisions.
That's what I have. I will play a Renin 6.
Okay.
I will return a Scalding Tarn.
Okay. Card's good.
Let's play that Scalding Tarn. And crack it, go to 17.
Okay.
And play Dreadhorde Arcanist. So I'll get a red land.
Okay. Fair enough.
Get Volcanic Island. Pass. Just want to be able to set up casting some of these Ponders. Set up my card advantage here now that we've sort of traded in the early turns.
All right. Yeah, Dreadhorde Arcanist is just something I cannot let gain advantage here, even though this is not necessarily the best use of Toxic Deluge. I'll pay 3 here, try to attempt to kill that.
That's going to bring you to 16.
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay, and then I'll pass it to you. And we know the top card of our library here as well. Not necessarily exciting.
Ponder.
Okay.
Interesting. Think we can wait on that for a turn. So, still going to leave those on top.
Okay.
And gonna plus this to get Scalding Tarn.
All right.
Gonna play Scalding Tarn. Going to play a Delver of Secrets.
Okay.
And gonna play a Tarmogoyf.
Okay.
Pass the turn. Now that the Toxic Deluge is out, we could run into a Snapcaster here.
All right.
How big is our Tarmogoyf? We've got land, instant, creature, sorcery, usual suspects.
Usual suspects. All right, we're going to start with Baleful Strix.
Sure.
Not very good against Renin 6, of course. But a second one should be able to hold off for at least a turn.
Yep.
All right, and then I will send it back to you.
Upkeep, trigger the Delver.
Yep.
Show you a red elemental blast.
All right.
So we can draw that one. We can minus to kill Baleful Strix.
Okay.
We can red elemental blast the other one.
Yep, we're in trouble. We are in trouble.
Makes my go of a 5/6 since we have artifact now. We'll attack for 8.
All right, down to 8.
Since I have lethal damage on the board right now, there's no reason to commit anymore, so I'll pass.
All right, so we need a great draw here. Ugh, too many lands.
Yeah.
I had a Pyroblast that I could have tried to kill this, but I think I needed to draw a big spell and force through a counter spell. So I decided not to. That was basically the only decision tree I had there. Otherwise, I think I just got a few too many lands.
Yep. My draw was very threat dense there, so I just sort of kept coming and coming. Eventually ran Corey down to nothing.
Renin 6 is tough. Renin 6 is really tough to deal with.
You really saw the power there in helping to answer Baleful Strix. You know, even if I didn't have the red elemental blast, I was just going to sit there and poke them both down.
Exactly. And as long as you had a threat that was able to go, and like eventually Renin 6 can kill as well, you know? So I mean, that's just a 2-mana planeswalker is just disgusting. Yeah. All right.
So we get a nice game
3
here to start out. Got any more questions there during that game, Kyle? While we're shuffling here.
Faded Image wants to know, Corey, do you have any tips on being so happy?
Tips on being so happy.
You're so very cheery.
It really is.
Do what you love for a living. I get to come to work and play Magic the Gathering. It's pretty tough to be sad when that is your job, you know?
This is not an act. This is Corey 100% of the time.
But Ross,
life's nice.
That's your dream also.
Where's
your cheer?
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. That's never going to be me.
We need to even each other out, right?
Yeah,
like
we're good. We're yin and yang. We're good for each other.
Yeah.
No, I have to know, when he said, let's slow this down, did you understand that reference?
You don't play enough Arena, do you?
No.
Teferi, when it comes into play, Teferi Time Reveler, or it's Teferi Hero Dominator, I can't remember. Right when you play it, it says, let's slow things down. I'm glad someone got the reference out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
I think every viewer knew it, but as soon as you said it, I was like, there's no way Ross knows.
Yeah. I still think my favorite, chat, what is your favorite Planeswalker sound from Arena? I think my favorite one is just like Karn, the format of Karn just comes in and just says, I am Karn. It's like everybody else has sweet lines and Karn's just like, this is my name.
He's the Groot of Planeswalkers.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm going to go first.
That's lucky.
I know.
We'll let you do that.
All right. Well, this hand is okay. It definitely it's pretty good against some of the draws of Ross's here. I think I keep this one, so we're gonna give it a shot.
I will also keep.
Okay. Your turn.
Starts on Basic Island.
Basic Island. I know.
I will start on Trop Delver.
Okay.
Classic Legacy opening.
Classic. All right. Your turn.
Trigger.
Yep.
No reveal.
Okay.
Attack for 1.
19.
Ponder.
That resolves. Got the goods?
Not really. It's just more of the same that's in my hand, so I think we got to shuffle that one away.
Yeah, that does seem like Legacy kind of in a nutshell. Just a lot of redundancy. Every card feels like it kind of does the same thing. Very powerful things, but...
Yep.
That's why it feels like every decision is so important in Legacy.
Corey starts on Island Swamp, doesn't have a Strix, doesn't have Hymn to Turok. Am I about to get Blood Mooned?
You never know.
I don't want to get Blood Mooned.
Not a bad plan to not get Blood Moon when you can't cast like any of your spells.
Yeah. So we'll resolve a Ponder.
Okay.
And I will crack this fetch.
Okay. 19 all?
Yeah, let's get a volcanic island and play another Delver.
All right.
And pass the turn.
All right. Well, we're gonna 2-for-1 Ross in some way here. It's just, is it a force or is it the Delvers?
Well, that was about the worst possible card. No, well, Blood Moon would have been the worst card.
Yeah. This was
get better at drawing days.
Yeah.
I've spent the early turns of both games just digging for days.
Yeah. I'm guessing we are not dazing.
We are not. We are just getting destroyed.
All right.
There is an overlap with Delver and Dreadhorde Arcanist.
For humans, right? Or is it
I think it might be Wizard. Yeah, I think Dreadhorde. Yeah, it's a Dreadhorde, so it's got to be zombie.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a zombie wizard, and these are human wizards. So
I'll choose wizard then.
yeah, that's a beating.
All right.
The hand that we had.
Yeah, this card is good. Your turn. Now with some of the early pressure gone, we're feeling a lot better. Well, true name Nemesis. What's the creature type on that?
It's a Merfolk Rogue.
Rogue. Okay.
This is all kinds of awkward.
Yeah.
I think what I'm going to do is brainstorm.
Brainstorm resolves. Yeah, our hand was pretty slow, but I was kind of relying on the power of Plague Engineer, being able to slow things down. Kyle, you're a big fan of the voices on Arena, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I forget I have it on mute, well, because I'm listening to music or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a nice surprise every time I turn the volume back on.
There you go. Yep.
Let's crack this. Go to 18.
18. Yep.
Get another Trop and play a Tarmogoyf.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Now, I think we want to... we have some cards that are not great in our hand, so I think we want to brainstorm and see what we can find. So we're going to do that?
Yep.
Okay. Draw 3. We have a decent amount of lands that we don't really want here. All right. To put 2 back, which ones?
Going to be a tough game to win from this spot, especially because the Plague Engineer trades with the Tarmogoyf too, which is currently
Plague Engineer is kind of doing it all. All right, we're going to put these back, and we're going to play this. And it's a tough one. Got a lot of decisions. Yeah, we'll just say go.
I will start this turn by attacking.
Attacking, huh? I'll block.
A-trade. Gonna have to do that eventually, just because
you need your humans.
I have no way to actually get the Plague Engineer off the board.
Yep.
So let's preordain, and those seem pretty cool.
Q.
Pretty cool. And let's keep them both.
Okay.
I will waste your Underground Sea.
I will float a blue.
And pass the turn.
All right. I will Snapcaster.
That resolves.
I'll target Brainstorm. Sack Delta.
So you're at 18?
Yep. Island or Volcanic. And then I'll cast Brainstorm.
That's also fine.
Okay. All right. Draw 3. Okay. Pretty spicy draws. 2 to put back. I think we'll go... put these 2 back. Untap.
Yep.
All right. So now we are going to get busy.
16.
All right, now I want to play something that matters, or at least attempt to play something that matters. So we're going to try to play around days here. Narset?
I will spell Pierce that.
Okay. And then Ponder.
That's fine.
Okay. Don't think I care for these cards too much, although being able to... actually... I think I will keep these. So I want to set up a decent turn next turn. Yeah, okay. We're going to keep these. Draw. And I believe I played a land. Yep, your turn.
Okay, I will start with a ponder.
Okay.
And how do I want to play this one? Let's keep them.
Okay.
And draw this. And then play Delver of Secrets.
Okay.
And Wasteland of Volcanic Island.
It's been wasted.
Pass the turn.
All right, we're going to untap. So my play doesn't work as well that I was planning to do here. I want to try to play around days. So we're going to start by seeing what you got.
I will... You just played your land, right?
I did, yep.
I will daze your Inquisition.
Daze the Inquisition. So that leads me to think that there is no legal target, so me paying for this would be not smart.
Counter?
Yep. All right. I am going to proceed to attack.
14.
And then I'm going to say go. And yeah, you can
trigger.
Yep.
Real Periodian.
Okay. Before you draw, I'm gonna Culligan's command the Delver and return Plague Engineer.
Yep.
All right.
Draw my Periodian.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Attack.
12.
Played. Got a Preordain, but did not cast it. That's definitely suspect. What could that be? Looking for an Abrupt Decay, I would imagine. Looking to Abrupt Decay that. So you know what? We're going to put our best foot forward. Or it could be a Force of Will. It could easily be a Force of Will. Am I okay with this getting forced? I think so. And you have 3 cards, huh?
Yep.
We'll go for it.
And this is either... At this point, with 3 Delvers gone, it's likely that Corey's just going to name Merfolk for True Name Nemesis. And then the Plague Engineer will also check any Dreadhorde Arcanist I draw, just easily block it and kill it. Or can trade for a Tarmogoyf as well. So I think this is forcible. So, it's force Bridge Periodian.
Okay.
I'm at 11.
So that's the only play that made sense for me. So I'm going to pass it back. I could have made a different play, but it would have been even worse to force.
Okay, let's cast this Brainstormy Nose there.
Okay.
And...
So I knew you still had a land, right, that you returned off days?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a drop here.
Okay. Still got a pretty powerful hand. Definitely need to sequence things right or things could go horribly wrong for us.
Yeah, let's just do it this way. We'll put those back.
Okay.
Play Delta, crack it, get this drop, and play Tarmogoyf.
Okay.
I'm at 10. You can go.
And we'll take that. This is the turn we've been setting up for, and we're quite happy with how this is going to go. Could have played Jace a lot earlier, but we really wanted to look for an opening. So we're just going to bounce that tempo a little bit here. I don't want Ross to top decker removal, kill Snapcaster, and then also kill Jace.
Yeah.
Pretty unlikely that Lightning Bolts would be in the deck as well, so I think Jace is relatively safe here.
Yeah, I do have Red Elemental Blast in afterboard.
That's fair, and can't really do much about that,
Yeah.
but then it's your turn. And that'd be a great draw against us, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm at 8 after the attack.
I got you at 9. Maybe
I
missed
fetched.
one. Okay, yep.
Let's play Tarmogoyf.
It's a go if.
Pass the turn.
All right. I'm going to brainstorm.
Yep.
Okay, not the best draws by any means, but I will put these on top, play this, and I'm guessing that thing is gigantic, right?
I believe it's still just 4/5.
Okay.
Oh no, there's Planeswalker because of the Narset. It's
Okay.
5/6.
I will pass to you.
That's a reasonable sign. If Corey had a removal spell, he likely would just kill the Goyf and get in for another 2. So I think he's just planning on chump blocking here.
Likely
Maybe
assumption.
rebuying that Snapcaster with a K command on end step. That would be reasonable, but not much we can do. We just sort of have to play our cards and hope
You're
they
wise.
end up reasonable. Let's play a Winter Orb.
Winter Orb, huh?
Not the best time to have cast it right after Corey untapped all his lands.
Yeah.
but again,
All right, we're going to sack.
you go to
Don't.
17.
I got myself at 13, maybe.
I'd never gotten attack in with anything.
Okay,
right?
yep. 17 to 8. Is that what you got, Kyle? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this Tarmogoyf traded immediately with Plague Engineer.
Okay.
Delver's died. I think one Delver got an attack in.
All right. End
Yeah,
step.
and 2 fetches. So.
K command the Winter Orb and return Snapcaster.
Yeah, that is a thing.
All right. Okay, and do I want to play? No, I don't have any great target for this, so we'll just untap. Untap freely. All right, now we're going to brainstorm. All right, not the greatest again here. Don't need a hymn this late. Don't need an excess land. We're going to go land, crack, down to 16.
Yep.
We just want to make sure we don't make any stupid play because we're wildly ahead here. All right. So how big is that? 5/6?
Yep.
I think I probably just want to do that.
We deluging.
I'm thinking so. Yeah, we're gonna deluge for 6.
Oh, it's 6/7 because you have the Winter Orb now.
4/7.
7.
All right. So I go to 9.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'll pass it to you. I just needed to get that off the board.
Yeah, that's my last thing.
Yeah.
That's a reasonable draw.
I don't like that.
What can you have? You've boarded out your Force of Wills. Pass the turn.
Okay, untap.
On your upkeep, destroy the Jace.
Destroy the Jace. All right. Great draw.
Maybe Corey has nothing.
We get another one.
Sure.
All right. So we saved that other one. There was a turn where I could have played the other Jace just to tempo, but I figured it's going to be a tough thing to actually lose. So we're going to brainstorm again. All right. So we're going to put these back and then Baleful Strix.
Yep.
Ponder.
Days?
All right. Okay.
This not only trades this days for a spell, it gives us a
Your
land
turn.
that we can shuffle away
That's fair.
with a Brainstorm, hopefully. Dreadhorde Arcanist.
Okay.
You can go.
All right. Untap. We're going to start off with a Brainstorm from my hand.
Sure.
All right. This is going to be sweet. All right. We're going to put these 2 back. And then we're going to bounce. And then we're going to hymn you.
Yeah, that'll do pig.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you call me?
Take 1, go 7.
All right, down to 7. Now we can start looking into the territory of trying to close this game out. Nothing too great at the moment, so we'll just pass it to you.
Tarmogoyf.
Tarmogoyf shall resolve.
You're up.
All right, we're going to go Snap Brainstorm. All right, we'll put these two back. Draw. We will Rampage you. Black, red. Attack for 3.
I'm a 4.
4, and then we'll go like this. I'll tick up on you. You can keep that. You draw. During your draw step, I'll Culligan's Command, 2 to you, and discard.
Yep. That'll do.
All right.
Yeah. So, had a hand where I had like threats and cantrips and didn't cantrip into Force or Daze, so I felt like I had to extend, so I played the second Delver, got completely blown out.
It's a one-of, I mean, it's pretty tough to play around.
And like if you have Blood Moon in your hand and just decide to play that, even if I have a mana open, then, that's what I was thinking of. Like I could have held up and hoped to brainstorm into a cantrip after that.
Or Daze, I was trying to play around Daze there, and I figured Engineer, no matter what, was going to get a 2-for-1. So my hand was slow. It was like Island, Swamp, Third Land, Narset, Plague Engineer, and just like a couple removal spells. So it was iffy, but I figured the Plague Engineer was going to be insane, so I gave it a go, and it definitely paid off.
That's a hand that like I can tempo out if I have Dazes and Force Wills. Just didn't find them there. And
even if you force that, like the 2-for-1 from your hand and keeping the 2 Delvers, I think I was in trouble. I did have Toxis Deluge as well as kind of a hedge, but it would have still been a tricky one.
You definitely had a hand that just matched up well if I was just playing creatures. But if I needed the tempo disruption to back them up, couldn't find them. That's the kind of game that the control deck really wants to play. Have your opponent just play their creatures, have you remove them to get your 2-for-1s in, and eventually, that those 2-for-1s add up, and you have this avalanche of card advantage, and you seal it with something big like a Jace.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing with Grixis control is like you're answering threats, but they're still drawing you cards, so it kind of feels like I compare it to Standard too much because that is, my baby, but it feels like Teamer Elementals in a way where they're like still playing so many things, but at the end they still have like 6 cards in hand. That's kind of how Grixis control has felt to me, and I just love that style of deck.
Your Risen Reef just has flying and Death Touch.
Yeah, exactly.
Only costs 2 mana.
Exactly. Kills your Tarmogoyfs.
We take a couple questions. We're a little past time, so we'll take a couple if we got them, and then move on to Modern.
I don't think we have any at the moment.
All right.
Okay.
Just suggestions for Tarmogoyf: should cost 1 mana, be pro blue, have trample, because it's not good enough.
Yeah. Smart. Yeah, and Legacy was so much fun. We're just going to play just Legacy all 3 rounds today. Just go right back.
We're going to move on to Modern.
Yeah.
Where I'm going to be playing Is It Phoenix, and Corey's going to be playing Humans. A very intricate matchup and a nice close one. So that'll be fun. We're going to take a break right now to set that up for you. Make sure you come back in, 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
10 minutes, and we will start the Modern round, the second round.
The marble round?
If you win.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I got 2 shots at the marbles.
2 shots.
They're so close.
We'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
See you there.